Are you ready to hear the terrible truth? What if we told you that the loss of one of the most historic rivers in the world happened at the same time as a surprising find? A river that has been running for thousands of years has all of a sudden stopped flowing, and a giant from legend has been found in the area. Stay tuned as we look into the strange disappearance of the Euphrates River and the shocking discovery of Gilgamesh, the hero of Mesopotamian folklore. What secrets will come out? If you miss this, you'll be sorry. So let's get started. The Persian Gulf receives the Shatt al-Arab River from the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. The Euphrates flows through Syria and Iraq to meet the Tigris. It's Western Asia's longest river at 1,740 miles. The Euphrates is called Euphrat in Armenian, Parat in modern Hebrew, Frat in Turkish, and Firat in Kurdish. Mandaean writings like the Ginza Rabbah call it Pra-Ziwa. Mandaean scriptures view the Euphrates River as a physical manifestation of heaven's Yardna. Babylon, Ur, and Nineveh were located along the Euphrates River in Mesopotamia. The Euphrates shaped human culture in the region. The river has also divided various nations and empires, making it a crucial and contested territory. The Old and New Testaments contain multiple Euphrates River allusions. It's often depicted as a landmark and an emblem of ancient civilization's power. The Old Testament mentions the Euphrates River in the Garden of Eden, where humanity originated. After Eden was established, it was one of 4 rivers that poured out. The Israelites were forbidden from crossing the river because it formed a natural boundary for their promised land. The Gilgamesh statue's discovery changed Mesopotamian history and mythology study. Gilgamesh is a famous ancient Near Eastern figure. The New Testament says the kingdoms of the East will gather their soldiers on the Euphrates River before Armageddon. The Book of Giants from the Dead Sea Scrolls may name Gilgamesh's hero. Gilgamesh, the hero of one of the world's oldest epics of all heroic figures, ancient and modern. The Epic of Gilgamesh, a Mesopotamian literary masterpiece, recounts his life. Gilgamesh, a 2700 BCE king of Uruk, travels through the epic. Rediscovering the epic changed our understanding of the ancient Near East. Gilgamesh's popularity in the ancient Near East and beyond is shown by his traditions being carried down in many languages. The text's original copy has been found in Iraq, Turkey, and Megiddo archaeological investigations. In 2003, Iraqi archaeologists thought they had located Gilgamesh's tomb. Gilgamesh, ruler of Uruk in ancient Sumer, starred in the first recorded narrative. Sumerian clay tablets recorded the Epic of Gilgamesh about the 3rd millennium BC. The narrative memorialized the ruler of Uruk in the middle of the 27th century BC. Uruk was the oldest, strongest, and longest-lived city in the region. This city may have given Iraq its name. However, that claim is disputed. The Epic of Gilgamesh recounts Gilgamesh's quest for immortality and battles with legendary beasts. Germany's 2003 expedition claimed to have found Uruk's whole city, including its famous ruler's tomb. Before the Euphrates changed course, this city was surrounded by water. Georg Fassbinder, chairman of Munich's Bavarian Department of Historical Monuments, said, "I don't want to say definitely that it was the grave of Gilgamesh, but it looks very similar to that described in the epic." According to writings on clay tablets, Gilgamesh was buried beneath the Euphrates in a tomb erected after the old river divided. Clay tablets preserved the story. Mr. Fassbinder said, "We found just outside the city, in the middle of the former Euphrates River, the remains of such a building that could be interpreted as a burial. Technology enabled the astounding discovery of the ancient metropolis buried beneath the Iraqi desert." Mr. Fassbinder said, "One can look into the ground by examining soil magnetism. The Euphrates mud bricks and sediments form a detailed structure. Venice in the sands of time." Mr. Fassbinder was most surprised to see Gilgamesh's epic structures. However, the most surprising discovery was a very sophisticated canal network. Structures in the canals show that flooding destroyed part of the houses. A highly established system existed here. Venice in the desert historical literature and future predictions mention the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. Since history, these rivers have existed. The lowlands of Shatt al-Arab are where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers meet and flow into the Persian Gulf. The Euphrates River is nearby. These two rivers, along with the Nile in northeastern Africa, form the Fertile Crescent, the Middle East's rich land and civilization's cradle. Both rivers are associated with Mesopotamia, a region in the Fertile Crescent between the Tigris and Euphrates. Between the rivers is Mesopotamia. The Middle Eastern rivers Tigris and Euphrates have been at their lowest levels in decades. Human activities and climate change may drain both rivers in 20 years. The ecology has also been affected by the river's decline to an unnavigable status. Most plant and animal species in the Euphrates River basin are endangered. Water shortages have killed animals and destroyed their habitats. The river's drying up has disrupted the area's biological balance. However, archaeology benefited from the drought. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers are yielding thousands of artifacts, including a 3,400-year-old metropolis. This village sprang from the Tigris River after the water levels in the Mosul Reservoir, previously Saddam Dam, decreased earlier this year due to the drought in northern. Archaeologists found Mitanni Empire-era Bronze Age ruins and artifacts between 1550 and 1350 BC. They also think the metropolitan core, with its vast buildings and palaces, was an ancient metropolis called Zahiku. The Mitanni Empire was rich, like Assyria, Egypt, and Babylon. It ruled northern Iraq, Syria, and Turkey along the Euphrates Tigris. The Akkadian Empire captured it when it declined. Mark et al., 2021. The Mariano class ruled this kingdom. Invasion and occupation by neighboring countries sped up their demise. These kingdoms wanted to loosen their influence over major trading routes. Despite being made of unfired clay, the city was astonishingly well preserved after 40 years underwater. Archaeologists mapped the city quickly because they feared the dam's water levels would rise again. A 1350 BC earthquake destroyed Mosul Dam's metropolis. The dam's 1980s water levels flooded the city. The receding Euphrates waters have revealed more than 80 historical sites, including Telbas jails and cemeteries from before Christ. Old buildings survive at these sites. Shafakna Persian, 2022, claims the Telbas jail was an Assyrian burial ground. Despite their potential extinction, rivers produce. We have access to these magnificent resources despite the threat of their loss. If the water levels in these two rivers continue to drop, we will find additional historical artifacts and sites of global significance, but it will be expensive. That's all for the video today. We will be right back with another interesting video. Until then, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon so you can never miss our update. Thanks for watching.